He's previously finished second in the World Quizzing Championships, and in this video, Troy Meyer shares some of his tips.
It's like learning how questions are constructed and like learning like what is viable that could be asked. Like if getting higher scores is like your goal, like understanding like, wow, this is something that could be asked about, or this is something that couldn't, tactically budgeting your time towards like things that could come up, being aware of like global events, culture, news. Like I have a rotation of like 30 like newspapers and magazines that I like skim through every week, and add to like my deck like interesting things. Things like that really help. Just taking notes, like adding, like I have a running like Google sheet on my phone where I like, if I see something that is interesting, I'll like jot it down. That just alone, that act really helps to like both keep your head in the game and retain what you're viewing.
Because setters are also always on the lookout for a question, aren't they? So if you spot something and think, oh, that would make a good question, there's a chance that a setter has also spotted the same thing.
Exactly. That's it. It's like get your mind in the setter's mind. Like where are they? What would be interesting to them? What would make an interesting question?
Yeah. And for different competitions, it can be a different level of granularity or detail or difficulty, etc. But it's a good mindset to get in. And you've been playing all sorts of international tournaments online. Do you think that's helping you to kind of really bolster that international canon?
Definitely. I've learned a lot about sort of the boundaries and the construction of the international canon and playing in some of these tournaments. Meyer as well, or the OQL, which has like a large sort of British element to it in the writing, and in OQL UK. And also writing for WikiQuiz, like I learned a lot about the sort of like construction and architecture of like the international quizzing canon, like how questions are written, like what is like a viable leveling, stuff like that. I know it's sort of like technical, but like that kind of thing, like it's really helped me like go in sort of the directions that I need to go to challenge for the World Championship.
And when you're thinking about the World Championships, are you focusing revision on particular areas? Have you got areas where you think, I really want to score heavily on that and I want to minimize the impact of that one if it's a weaker one? Have you got any tactics like that? Yeah.
Sure. Yes. Well, for one, I am terrible at international sports. And it's something like I need to get better at to like be a better like sort of global quizzer, but it's just like things like swimming gold medals or like gymnastics, they're just not things asked about in the US. And so I've never really, taken the time to learn them, but that's something that is a big part of the WQC sort of sports area. So I've tried to focus on things that like I'm naturally like, strong at, and like try to pick up points there, go towards my strengths. And I feel like there's more points to be gained there than trying to build like, this huge structure around areas where I'm weaker.
And do you have particular learning techniques? Are you a flashcarder, or do you have other ways of learning?
I certainly am. Yeah, I'm a big Anki user, and both Victoria and me, we work a lot together, and we share ideas, and go over like areas where we'd like to focus, stuff like that. The US players in general are very collaborative and stuff like that.
Sounds like it. Real training partnerships.
Yes,
kind of elevating and pushing each other on.
Exactly. Yeah. That's a big thing on the Neutral No Hotel, is like we really try to like push each other to like get better and like improve and broaden our scope in like various areas.